Hello, I'm Tom Tass. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the World Border Organization, otherwise known as BORDERPOL. I regret to not be able to attend this year's Left of Boom conference in person. However, I do wish to thank the organizers and Mr. Akshay Podhill for allowing me to make my presentation by video. I would like to provide you with a brief overview of BORDERPOL, the organization, and chat briefly about the twin challenges facing the international community regarding border security and the management of human mobility in an era of social media activism and the shifting economic and geopolitical environment. Let me begin by explaining that BORDERPOL is the global home for border security, traveler, migration, and refugee management professionals. As some of you may remember, when I addressed this august body in May of 2017, I spoke about the evolution of the organization from 1989, following the end of the Cold War, and the end of the divide between East and West in Europe. I won't go into that again, but suffice to say, our mission since our founding in March 2003 has been to provide a foundation for the widest possible cooperation, consultation, and communication among like-minded border agencies and authorities within the limits of the laws existing in different countries, and always in the spirit of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as espoused by the United Nations. Within the border security paradigm of 2019, there are two issues in common with 2003. That is how to deal with international terrorism and managing legitimate human mobility on a sustainable basis. BORDERPOL's priority today focuses on the promotion of effective and efficient borders through good border governance. We do this by creating our own original programs, whilst complementing the efforts of existing international organizations through dynamic and effective partnerships on a global level. All of which is designed to facilitate open communications and broad consultation among border security professionals the world over. BORDERPOL recognizes the authority of sovereign states to manage their borders as their home communities demand and their national laws permit. We recognize the intersectionality that exists between various national, international, and private sector bodies that need to work together to contribute effectively to the prevention of border criminality and to make travel across international borders safe and efficient. As a policy priority, we promote operational integrity and adherence to the rule of law by all stakeholders involved in border management, and strive to promote and to make travel across international borders safe and efficient. As a policy priority, we promote operational integrity, adherence to the rule of law by all stakeholders involved in border management, and strive to provide opportunities for them to meet and to work together to meet that goal. In an effort to remain true to our mission and within our financial abilities, our efforts are designed to complement and not to compete with existing organizations in the public or private sectors. As many of you know, BORDERPOL is managed and directed by an international team of management professionals with extensive experience in security, intelligence, diplomacy, and of course border management. Over the past 17 years, this team has been augmented with specialists in education, forensic sciences, and emerging technologies. We also work with non-governmental partners, academia, and like-minded agencies and organizations around the world. Team BORDERPOL is committed to finding strategic border security and human mobility solutions that support sustainable social and economic environment at national and regional levels. We recognize the efforts of sovereign states to manage their borders will be different from one state to another because of their home-based trade, commerce, and most importantly, human mobility policies in an age of risk, and these may be very different. So why is human mobility such a concern to BORDERPOL? Since 2014 and 15, we have witnessed a tremendous change in the volumes and the characteristics that relate to human mobility globally. BORDERPOL defines positive human mobility broadly as all legal activity by people when they leave, transit, or enter a sovereign state. These are movements as old as contemporary civil society and include activities such as global tourism, transactions for trade, science, commerce, and legal migration for economic reasons or for protection, as in the case of convention refugees. Positive human mobility is rarely in the news and is by and large of little concern to home communities and their lawmakers. That is because the benefits from tourism, economic growth through legitimate migration programs, and ensuring protections for the stateless and the persecuted are well accepted and positive. Furthermore, over the past decade, technology has made global trade and travel systems indisputably safer. However, managing positive human mobility in an age of risk, brought about by the realignment of the global economy, the proliferation of data and privacy abuses, and the never-ending regional wars, along with the growth of populism, is the challenge of our times. The promotion of open borders by various political leaders in the past has been exacerbated by fickle and sometimes fraudulent social media combined with expensive, complicated, and eventually dysfunctional legal systems that play into the hands of abusers of migration and refugee systems. And this has resulted in a decline in support for positive human mobility in many parts of the world. In the 21st century, positive human mobility is a concept that BORDERPOL supports and promotes. We work to resolve the global issues of our times that include the role and the right of a sovereign state to determine and regulate migration on economic, social, and legal basis. These include the intersectionality of cultural, ethnic, demographic, and religious issues and priorities. The issue of how managing human mobility in a changing world will underscore the discussions at our annual meeting to be held in Madrid, Spain, in cooperation with the Spanish Ministry of the Interior from June 5th, 6th this year. In past years, we've held these meetings in Budapest, London, The Hague, and last year, the 6th BORDERPOL Global Forum was held in Prague in the Czech Republic. These meetings have facilitated extensive debate and discussion among lawmakers, agency leaders, private sector, scientific community, and special interest groups as well. This year's host keynote speech will be presented by the leadership of the Spanish Interior Ministry and will focus on creating smarter borders in an increasingly complex environment. The title of the presentation directly addresses the global issue of the day. This will be followed by significant presentations from esteemed international border security and human mobility experts from countries as diverse as Finland, Singapore, the United Kingdom, Moldova, Netherlands, Hungary, the United States, and the Czech Republic. Finally, Left of Boom participants are welcome to join us in Madrid for this exceptional opportunity to listen to the views of leaders in government industry who, like me and my colleagues in BORDERPOL, believe that positive human mobility benefits everyone. Mr. Akshay Padadhill is Vice President Technology for BORDERPOL and is also a coordinator for the Madrid meeting in June. I invite you to speak with him directly about your possible participation in Madrid. To conclude, I wish you all an excellent Left of Boom meeting and hope to meet you personally in Madrid in June. Thank you.